Greetings and blessings, coming to you live from the Zen Oracle Studio. I am Yeshua Elohim, and I am glad and I am so grateful to be in this space and time. I wanted to come on. I have Anubis here with me. Yeah. he's here with me. Okay. Um, but yeah, I wanted to come on. It's been a while since I've been on, and so much has taken place in my life, internally and externally. And one thing that I realize is that, or one thing that I'm recognizing is that whenever you go through a spiritual level up, or you are upgrading in some kind of way when it comes to your spiritual status, there are changes that will take place. So if you noticed, I have retitled my channel to or Zen Oracle Studios. So studio, and that's only because I have entered into, I guess you can say it. And let me be very clear about this: is that I am an oracle, I am a medium, I am a psychic intuitive. Okay, and so you should know where where I'm going with what I'm getting ready to say. But I have entered into a space where I am now embodying the Oshu teachings, Zen Oshu Tarot, and it's amazing how it came about, because it came about effortlessly, and I am so grateful. And I want to make this very clear too about that, is because when we have our spiritual upgrades and changes, and when we go through the evolution of life itself, it is so subtle and so peaceful. I mean, it needs no audience. Um, it's not, it's not something that you need to go out and broadcast. It's not, none of those things. I mean, it's just you and you. And in that space, you become altogether lovely. So I wanted to come on, and I wanted to speak about a conversation that I had with an individual not too long ago. And it's, a speak content is always available, but the issue comes, or the challenge comes, when you have to ask yourself, is the content worthy of you expressing it? Has it changed the quality of the way you think about a certain thing or see a certain thing? When those things happen, you definitely want to express them. And this is part of my self-expression in in that way. But I had this conversation with a particular person some time ago, and of course, I was in. I wouldn't call it. We were in a situation. It was a situation, and it came about. That situation was cultivated and brooded over during and for COVID, with COVID, the COVID epidemic. And it was just, it was a very, uh, the aftertaste of it, let me put it like that, the aftermath of it, the afterlife of that experience was horrific to me. It was very horrific. And I'm going to tell you why. It was horrific in a good way. In a good way is because it brought into my life uh, a healing that I did not expect. It brought into my life a breaking point that I did not expect. I guess you can say it was bittersweet, because in the end, it became so sweet to me. and so sweet to my soul. But nevertheless, I'm going off. I'm not going off subject. As you follow me and as you subscribe and like me, you will find that I have these conversations with you. But when I'm having these conversations with you, I may venture off, but eventually I'll come back because that's what storytellers do. I'm talking about non-fictional storytellers do. Okay, but anyway, okay. Um, I was having this conversation with a particular person, and as I mentioned, we came about in a situation. There was a situation that facilitated that whole experience, and that was the COVID. So when COVID hit, everybody was glued to a person in which they knew and knew only. They didn't do much traveling, and that's what it was. It was like we were in our incubation period. We were cocooning, and but anyway, so the end of it, we've went through our process. They're going on, I'm going on, and I just happened to have this wave of feelings about this person. But this time, when the waves of feelings came to me, they came to me in such a way that it was just so peaceful. It was so loving. It was so polite. It was so kind. And it was so patient. And I allowed myself to have that moment in that wave of energy. Okay. And the wave of energy, I have to say this, it didn't have anything to do with that person. That person just happened to be a reference point in which the universe could use hmm, to tweet and refigure or configure my transformation, right? And cause it to be more redefined, more softer, more broader, more expansive. And you will find that too in your spiritual cultivation and self evolution or personal growth. But I had a conversation with this particular person. I'm getting to it, and they use the term demise. Okay, they use that term demise, and I felt the frequency of it. It's almost like you can feel the darts, but the darts are not touching you. You know, um, they use the word demise. I was using the word interference. Now, because I am the beholder of whatever is in front of me, I can make whatever is in front of me as it should be for the alignment and the greatness of who I am as a divine being. So, what do I mean by that? They use the word demise. And I thought to myself when I got off the phone with them, I said, no, that was not a demise. That was what I call a divine intervention, a perfect storm that came from out of nowhere. It wasn't something that I was expecting. It was an unpleasant yet pleasant intervention for me. And now I can say it was a pleasant intervention for me because it was something that needed to be done. Me and this person, we had come to a point, and when this happened, COVID had lifted. So me and this person, we have come to the apex of our situation, and it was now time for us to move on, to separate, go on our separate ways. And that's how I saw it. I saw it as a perfect storm. To me, a perfect storm is a divine intervention for you to get on with your life, with your spiritual cultivation, with the growing of your divinity. I didn't know it then, but I know it now because even in the conversation that I had with this person, I knew that where I am right now, I'm supposed to be here. And I didn't miss out on a thing. Matter of fact, if I would have stayed and tried to stay and prolong something in which I knew I wanted to get out of and I needed to be away from, I would have been delaying the process of my own spiritual evolution. See, we have the power to delay our spiritual evolution, and we have the power to be loosed from that which no longer serves our spiritual evolution. It's all here mentally. Mental. It's a spiritual. Matter of fact, mentalism is a principle of the universe. Whatever you think into a thing, so it is. Whatever you think about yourself, so you are. And so, as you think about yourself as something else other than that which is outside of you, there's a transformation that is going to take place within your being and within your energy field that is going to cause a shift, a a perfect storm, and call forth a divine intervention to move you swiftly and gracefully out of a situation. It may be painful when you leave or when they leave. You may have to go through the laboring of getting rid of the waste of it, the energy of it that you can no longer use. So it is, you can have energy, stagnant energy that needs to be removed. I was talking within myself the other day and I said, currency, we have, we call money currency. So if it's a currency, then the currency needs to be moving in circular motion. It needs to be cycling in and cycling out. If it doesn't cycle in and doesn't cycle out, guess what? It becomes a stagnated stalemate of energy that can no longer supply you with the goodness of who you are. It can no longer help you. It can no longer assist you. Matter of fact, it can only turn back into you that very thing that you so greatly want to remove yourself from. Huh? So that's my take on that. I wish you all well, and I thank you for giving me your attention, your time, as well as your energy. I ask that you do describe. You can do that too. Uh, Subscribe, like, share, or comment. I did leave my website link on the website. My website link. I'm sorry. It's called Sunko for Divinity, um, and I am the Zen Oracle Divine Intervention. Peace out. Look forward to hearing from you. Look so forward to hearing from you. And I love you all. I love you all because we are all connected. Be blessed.